Hello, Garden Universe. Jane here from the Romantic Garden. The sun is up, the sky is blue, and life is good. So the temperature was 38 degrees this morning when I got up. And right now, it's slowly warming up to about 40. But that's still too cold for me to want to garden and do much outside other than let the chickens out and do a walk around, and I'll do that again later on another video. Maybe later in the week. So anyway, this is the terrarium I'm working on now. It's an Exo Terra. Let's see, it's 24 inches by 18 inches by 24 inches. It's called a medium tall. I really like it because it's got double doors in the front. I bought a light fixture for the top of it and a ceramic heat bulb for the top of it to keep it warm. As a test terrarium, just as a holdover growing place for smallish plants, I've learned right away that what I thought I knew about Alocasia poly, this big leaf plant up here, and then one of its division starts over here, I didn't know what I was doing with them for years. I grew them in a grow window in the bathroom, and I threw them outside in the summertime, brought them back in the fall, and all I ever got was 1 or 2 leaves, 3 at most. One year it bloomed, and that was a shock. But I kept it alive, but pretty much that's it. Well, after division, I put the 2 in here, and the mother plant is enormous now for this terrarium. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major leaves, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smaller leaves, and it's outgrown this spot since the end of December until now. That's remarkable to me because I always thought it was just a tricky plant. I just didn't give it enough heat, and I obviously didn't give it enough light. I kept it outside on a table in the summer under a climbing hydrangea because I thought, it needed protection, from the sun. Well, so what I have up here, I have a grow light up here, and I have a heat fixture up here. I've never taken the temperature. Basically, I'm kind of lazy that way. I've been gardening most of my adult life, and if it thrives, I keep it. And if it is sickly and miserable, I throw that sucker out. Life is too short to fuss with fussy plants. That's my opinion. And so I was delighted to be able to see how well the Alocasia did in here. I'll have to take them out and put them in the tiki garden in a pot. So what else is in here that's great, that is a success, are the pulmeria cuttings I ordered from Hawaii. So I ordered 6. I haven't had much luck in the past rooting. I get a couple here and there. So here's one, and here's one, and another. So the 3. So what I have is, let's see, one of them is a red. Yay for red pulmerias. And 2 of them are pink. Those are pretty. I've never gotten a pulmeria to bloom. I guess I'm not alone. Lots of people in the Pacific Northwest don't get them to bloom. But I'm going to try hard. And another thing that is successful in here are orchids. There's 3 little phalaenopsis orchids. I'm pretty lousy with the camera, so I'll try to get a close-up. It's purple. I love purple. And I had not seen one of these little guys that color, so I just got it. It's alive still. There's another one out of space. They're just still in their little tiny plastic orchid cups. I don't know what to do with them, so I just stuck them on top of the sphagnum moss of the Alocasia plant. There it is. There's the Alocasia. And there are 2 orchids that I just stuck the plants in. Well, the roots are all over the place. I'm not sure it will show up in the camera, but there are roots coming out of those 2 little orchid pots that are growing so fast, all from the outside. So there was a 3rd orchid, a little phalaenopsis I bought, real cheap, grocery store, you know the story, real cheap plant. It bloomed for months. It bloomed from October till December. And then it just stopped, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do something with it. I put it in this terrarium, and when I pull it out of the pot, all the roots were rotted. I cut them away and there was nothing left. But one teeny tiny, let's see if I can see it. One teeny tiny, way down there. Right there. That was a speck of a root. And I thought, you know what? If it's alive, I'm going to try and save it. So I potted it up in a plastic cup, just filled with sphagnum moss, and just stuck it in there. And then I used these two little sticks to prop it up right to keep it from flopping over because there's no roots. Well, that little root right there that was just a speck has grown an inch in less than a month. It's alive. And you know the leaves? The leaves look good. It's not turning yellow. So hey, I call that a good start. Oh, there's a lot of things in here. There's a variegated pothos. There are some Pteris ferns. Some people call them maidenhair ferns. I call them Pteris. I don't know. There's one right there. Whoops! Almost dropped the camera. That's another Pteris fern. Let's see. I think that's some kind of a peperomia. Let's see. There's another one. Looks like a peperomia. It's got those little funny spath flowers on it that I love. There's no color of them, but you know, if they produce those spathes, I guess you call them spathes. I don't know. It's the plant's flower. I figured that if it produces those, the plant's happy. This thing is a red veined. I don't know. Can't pronounce it. Hard to pronounce. Red vein. Let's see. They call it a nerve plant. I don't know how to say the name. And then, of course, the ubiquitous ivy. Where is it? Let's see. Where's the ivy? There it is. Right here. Most of these little leafed plants, terrarium plants, came from Josh's Frogs online. It was a haul that I ordered. I splurged on it. That's grown 8 inches since I put it in there. Well, you know, it's ivy. That's what ivy does. This right here, I love it. I don't know what it is either. It also came from Josh's Frogs. I think baby tears something. It grows upright like a climber, a slow climber. But from here to here since October. So yeah, that's good. And I just really like this terrarium. It's coming along. It's just a test mini greenhouse for me, really. A place to hold over plants and play with them. Oh, and before I forget, I mist with distilled water. My water leaves spots on the leaves, so I don't like using it at all. If if I use it for watering, the tap water, I let it sit overnight. Add a couple drops of some all-purpose, just a couple drops, all-purpose fertilizer, and that's what I water with mostly in the winter. Right now, though, we've had so much rain that I water all the house plants with rainwater. I use dirty rainwater that comes off a shed roof that's covered with moss, and the gutters are full of leaves, so I'm thinking it's very acidy and probably has a lot of tannins in it. I'll use that. And then I have clean rainwater that comes off of a metal shed roof, and it stays very, very clean. And I use both those waters to water all my terrariums. Everything's growing, nothing's dying, so it's working. So I hope you enjoyed my first terrarium vlog.